All right, so this is going to be our Arkansas scouting report, starting with DJ Wagner, playmaking guard, driver, loves to get that floater, good handle, pretty quick off the bounce, good playmaker, and he's really good defensively too. That's how he was able to get on the floor for Kentucky last year a lot more. There, showing off the quickness. Floaters. Not a very good shooter. Someone you can go under. That's his biggest deficiency as a player. Jono Davis was the best player on FAU the past 2 years. Was the best player on that Final Four team, and it just has not worked out for him at Arkansas for whatever reason. But when he's good, he's really good. Score at 3 levels. Gets to the rim. High-level shot maker. Just hasn't been great for Arkansas this year. Adu Thero. Athletic, wing, driver. Really good defensively. Long-time elite role player. That's really scored a lot more this year. Great physical tools. Has shot it a little more this year too. Great cutter too. Trevin Brazil. Big time athlete. Get some highlight reel plays. Versatile skill set. Can drive. Can do some different things defensively. Scores on cuts, rolls. Just questionable decision maker. Kind of limits what he does. Zvonimir Visic. Really big. Aggressive. Stretch 5. Can finish around the rim too. They'll get him on lobs. Can post some smaller players. But this is what he does best. He'll take some wild shots too. He blocks a ton of shots, but he can definitely be taken advantage of defensively. They'll run plays for him to shoot. And he can score in the post. Like, there he is against a smaller guard, just not super comfortable in there. Billy Richmond, freshman wing, athlete. Gets downhill, long arms. Can handle the ball. Shoot from mid-range, but he's a total non-shooter from threes. Made like 2 threes this year. Carter Knox, freshman wing, driver, spot-up shooter. Has the frame to be a good defender. Should be a good player down the line. Played more because of injuries later in the season. Can hit open threes. Jonas Adu. This was an all-conference SEC player last year. It just hasn't really worked out at Arkansas this year. But he was first-team All-SEC defense too. Like, elite defender, elite shot blocker. Just comes off the bench now. It just hasn't been a great year. A ton of the game is going to be guarding ball screens against Arkansas. So here we're going to get to some pistol. Adu Thero. Finishing the lane. We'll get into these high ball screens quickly. There's a floater from DJ Wagner. Here's a different entry into the high ball screen. A lot of simple stuff when guarding their offense. Just, can you guard their players? Good lob there. Avicic is a threat to pop. So there, Jono Davis gets the drive. Here, different entry in the high ball screen. And we're getting a pop from Avicic. And now we're just playing to that empty side. Here we are again, high ball screen, pop. And now Avicic is going to play to this empty side, and he's going to keep it. So he keeps it against the switch. Here we're going to look to gate our aggressive coverages. So Miami's at the level. We're going to hit the wing and then throw it to the big. Hit the wing, throw to the big. Here it is again against Miami. Same game. Hit. Throw to the big. Get to some empty side ball screen, so Richmond clears out, playing to an empty side. There's Thero with the cut. Empty side ball screen. There's Adu with one of his little floaters. We'll pop to an empty side, and this gets really hard to guard. Here, empty side, we're going to swing. And here we could just get an inverted ball screen with Thero handling, Wagner setting it, and then here's John Davis clearing out to get to the empty side. Get to some combo ball screen. So here, Thero's going to shallow. And there's a lob. I think that Trevor Brazil messes up. I think there's supposed to be a Spain. And I don't think it's supposed to cut under like that. But still get the score. They'll run these little tosses. Here they pitch it back. Toss it again here. And Thero drives. They can weave into a ball screen. So handoff. Chase to the ball screen. And there's Wagner at the rim. They'll weave into Spain. So handoff. And now here comes John O'Davis setting the Spain. There's Richmond getting downhill. Some continuity ball screen looks. So empty side. 45 cut to the empty side. They won't really like run through it a ton. Empty side. Hit the big. 45 cut. Empty side. There the big lifts up. 45. Empty side. Empty side. Hit the big. Empty side. Big lifts up. 45 cut. Hit him. And John Davis just attacks before the screen gets there. Here's a little different entry into it, but same thing. 45. Empty side. John Davis rips baseline. Adu floater. We'll do some of these Garfunkels. So that's what I just call a ghost into a pin down. So ghost to a pin down. And we're running this for Davis to get into the mid-range. Like he didn't even start out in the corner. It's just a Calipari thing. Here it is again. Ghost and the pin down. We're doing this for Thero. Probably live with that if you're the other team. Here's kind of a nasty set. So we have this Garfunkel that we'll run a lot. But here instead we're going to flare Zvonimir Visic instead of letting him set the pin down. So there's the flare. See it again here. So now this time it's like a little more of a twirl. But same concept. We'll do stuff out of pin downs and staggers. There's a simple pin down. Chase to the ball screen. And there's Wagner getting the rim. Here's a pin down. To another pin down. Billy Richmond in the mid-range. Pin down. To another pin down. Here's Richmond again. And look at where he's standing. Like they're not even trying to get a 3 off this. Like they're trying to get into the mid-range. Here we're going to reject the away. Hit the big. Just play off it. Here's Thero driving. Away. And now this is a design baseline drive with a Visic replacing out. So there's the design baseline drive. I think the hope was that Jalen Carey was going to stay here and help, and we're going to get a throwback 3 for Visic. But instead we just get a rim score. Swing it into the stagger. Davis gets the rim. Swing it to the stagger. Davis pass to a Visic. Stagger. Now we're just going to chase to the ball screen. Just another way to get into it. Stagger. Now we're just a middle ball screen here. Good pass from Billy Richmond. Stagger. Give it back. Ball screen. stagger, hit the elbow, and we can play off. Wagner floater, stagger, reject, and he's going to wait here to set the Spain. Ivicic finishing. They love to run this set, so start with a little stagger. We're going to reject, ram, ball screen, and then we're going to set this back screen for Thero. And the lob is the first look out of this. So they'll run it for Ivicic here, reject, and back screen, lob. It's probably like their most common, somewhat complex set that they'll run. So here it is again. Back screen. 2 guys go to it for Kentucky, and we get a 3. Here it is again. There's the back screen. Again, 2 guys go for Kentucky, and Davis just tries to close out from Mari Williams. Here it is again. Here's the back screen. Richmond just drives off the action there. Here it is again, same action. Richmond kind of messes up the back screen, and John Davis space off and drives. Similar action, but curl instead of rejecting. And now it's just an actual Spain where they set it. They'll get into some wheels and some triples. So stagger. Baseline stagger after the stagger is what I call wheel. And now we're setting a third one, so a triple. Nothing's there. We're just going to hit the elbow and play. Here we get the blind pig off it. So stagger, baseline stagger, third stagger, hit the elbow, backdoor. Here we're going to play off a stagger and get a flare for Ivicic. So there's a stagger and there's a flare for Ivicic. Here it is again. Stagger, watch Ivicic get the flare. Stuff out of horns. So just hit the elbow. And it's an ISO. Elbow. And then Ivicic is going to spin drive. So a little spin drive. Loop over the top to an empty side ball screen. John L. Davis driving. Loop. Empty side ball screen. Good cut from Richmond. Here we're playing out of a box. I think that we're supposed to do some sort of Spain into a cross screen. I don't really know. I think they messed it up, but it's just another look they have. Some stuff out of delay. Very simple out of it. Simple DHO. A-do finishing. Play to an empty side. There's Thero using his strength. Empty side. There's John L. Davis with another baseline drive. Just hit the big and come get it. Flip it. Davis in the lane. Here we're going to slip. So we know Ole Miss, which is 1 through 5. Early slip from DJ Wagner. And hit the elbow. And we're back into that get look. A couple other things I do. Simple diamond. And here we're going to play off the diamond. So we're cutting through. Cut to the top. And now it's just double ball screen. Ivicic is going to pop. Brazil's going to roll. Swing it. Hit the elbow, and this is all for a flare. Not exactly sure why they're setting a flare for Billy Richmond, but they just play off it. Here, it's an inverted flare, so Wagner sending it for Ivicic. And that's going to do it for our Arkansas scouting report. Thank you for watching.